Okay, people, good morning to all of you. Sir, very good morning. Cost sheet concept already discussion सारी cost sheet रो format भी हमें देखी सारी question number 1 भी already solve ही सारी So in today's class we will solve more and more problem of cost sheet and we will start from question number 2. So I am requesting all of you kindly read carefully question number 2. Popeye company is a metal and wood cutting manufacturing and selling product to home. Following particulars are available. Sandpaper 5,000, material handling cost 1,75,000, lubricant and coolants 12,500, miscellaneous indirect manufacturing labor 1 lakh, direct manufacturing labor 7,50,000, direct material 1st October. This is opening stock of material 1 lakh, direct material 31st October. 31st October is the closing of the October, so it will be closing stock 1,25,000. Finished goods 1st October, that is opening stock of finished goods 2,50,000. Finished goods 31st October, that is closing stock of finished goods 3,75,000. WIP opening stock 25,000, WIP closing stock 35,000. Plant leasing cost 1,35,000, depreciation plant and equipment 90,000, property tax on plant equipment 10,000, fire insurance on plant equipment 7,500, direct material purchase 11,50,000, sales revenue 34 lakhs, marketing promotion 1,50,000, marketing salary 2,50,000, distribution cost 1,75,000, customer service cost 2,50,000. Construction market, consider the following data. Acha. This is printing mistake. The line should be Popeye Company Limited is a metal and wood cutting manufacturing and selling product to home construction market. Consider the following data for the month of October. This is the data for the month of October. Prepare an income statement with separate supporting schedules of cost of goods manufactured for all manufacturing item indicate by variable or fixed, whether each is basically a variable cost or a fixed cost, where the cost object is product unit. Remember that this is a problem of a cost sheet. Although the question is asking to prepare income statement, you know that in the cost sheet format we started from prime cost, then factory overhead will be added to get factory cost, then office and administrative overhead will be adjusted to get cost of production, then selling and distribution overhead will be adjusted to get cost of sales, then cost of sales and the cost of sales will be compared with sales, the balance figure was profit. So basically, if question asks to prepare income statement, then you have to check what information is given. If information for both revenue and cost are given, then it is asking to prepare cost sheet. So in this question we will prepare cost sheet to find out profit. Have you remembered the format of a cost sheet? Yes, sir. Can you tell me the format of a cost sheet? Yes, sir. Okay, you can start now. Tell me the format of a cost sheet yourself. Sir, opening stock of raw material plus purchase of raw material minus closing stock of raw material. The result is called as raw material consumed. Then we will add direct wages, direct expenses to get prime cost. Then we will add factory overhead, opening stock of a WIP, deduct closing stock of a WIP to get factory cost or work cost. Then we will add administration office and administrative overhead to get cost of production. Then opening stock of finished goods will be added and closing stock of finished goods will be deducted. The result will be cost of sales. Sorry, the result will be cost of goods sold. Cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods is called as cost of goods available for sale. Cost of goods available for sale minus closing stock of finished goods is called as cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold added with selling and distribution overhead, the result is called as cost of sales. Cost of sales plus profit and markup, the result is sales. So very quickly prepare income statement from question number 2. Try to prepare income. I am giving you sufficient time. In case of failure, then I will try. But first of all, you have to try. If you will not try, then you can't go ahead in the subject like costing. So to go ahead, you have to try first. So your time starts now and try to solve this question within 5 minutes. I am observing you. Okay? Okay. Don't see my answer. First you have to solve yourself. I am solving, it is okay, but you have no permission to see my answer. Okay? Otherwise I will switch off the screen. Okay sir, we will try ourselves. The camera is running slow due to network problem, so try to adjust. I think there is no problem in voice. Is it right? Yes sir. Opening stock of a raw material 1 lakh. The material handling cost is 1,75,000. Next factory overhead is your lubricants and oil. Lubricants and coolants. The amount of a lubricant and coolant is 12,500. The next factory overhead is miscellaneous indirect manufacturing labor. The amount is 1 lakh. Next, plant leasing cost. The amount is 1,35,000. Sir, I have a question over here. Yes, you can tell me. You can freely ask any question to me. Sir, how we will ask question if we are doing virtual classes? In PDF, there is my contact number. On the top of the PDF page, the first number is 8260839219. So you can ask me any question by call to this number or through WhatsApp. Then I will explain you. Sir, my question is whether plant leasing cost is a factory overhead. Answer is yes, because plant leasing cost is related to machine, and machine is used in factory. Plant and machine, okay. It is nothing but rent of machine. The other name of rent of a machine is called as plant leasing cost. So make yourself clarify that plant leasing cost is a indirect factory overhead. Then depreciation. Of plant equipment, 90,000. Property tax, plant and equipment, 10,000. Sir, in concept class you have told that tax is not a part of cost. So at the time of preparing cost sheet, tax will be ignored. Yes, I had told that tax will be ignored, but remember that I had told you tax on income. A tax based on income is not a part of cost, so that will be ignored. But here it is not income tax, here it is property tax. Property tax is charged to keep the ownership of a property. If you will not pay property tax, then the property cannot be registered on your name and the property cannot be used by you. So it is not a tax on income, it is a wealth tax. So remember that wealth tax is considered as a cost, but income tax is not considered as a cost. I think your doubt has been clarified. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Next is fire insurance of plant and equipments. Amount is 7,500. So this is the factory overhead Now we will add opening stock of WIP. So guys, opening stock of WIP is 25,000 and we will deduct closing stock of WIP. The amount is 35,000. So can you tell me the result? Do plus minus. Okay. The result is factory overhead, factory cost or works cost. The amount is 24 lakh. Is it clear to all of you till this point? Yes or no? Yes sir. Listen one thing. Here the question is asking to prepare income statement. Okay. I already cleared you that income statement is nothing but it is a cost sheet, but there is a little change. There is a little difference between cost sheet and income statement. So keep the point in mind carefully. Listen my points. Remember that if question is asking to prepare a cost sheet, then you will give the format of a cost sheet which we have already discussed in last class. But if the question is asking income statement, then you will follow the format of a cost sheet. Will follow the format of a cost sheet up to cost of production. Okay, sir, in this question you have calculated only factory cost. Yes, but the concept is in case of income statement, first we will prepare a statement up to cost of production. So now add office on administrative overhead. Nil. In this question there is no office and administrative overhead. So cost of production is 24 lakh. What we have studied in cost sheet that after cost of production we will add opening stock of finished goods, then we will deduct closing stock of finished goods, then we will add selling and distribution overhead, then we will get cost of sales, then profit, then sales. So that is the format of a cost sheet. Are you getting the point, yes or no? Okay. But in case of income statement, we will deduct cost from sales to get income. So can you point out the difference between cost sheet and income statement? If no, then listen me carefully. In cost sheet, cost plus profit, the result is sales. But in income statement, sales minus cost is profit. But this is the difference between a cost sheet and income statement. So read the question carefully. If the question is asking to prepare cost sheet, then you will go through this format: cost of sales plus profit and markup, result will be sales. If the question is asking to prepare income statement, then you will go through this format. Income statement means sales minus cost. Sir, which cost will you deduct? Cost of sales. Which cost will you deduct? Cost of sales. The result will be profit. So remember that if the question is asking to prepare income statement, then we will prepare two statements. One statement is statement of cost. So this is my statement of cost. And you have to prepare another statement. The second statement will be called as statement of income by income statement. So you can write with me. Income statement. So we will try to read the concept of income statement with the help of this question. So this is my concept as well as problem solution. So remember that income statement is starts from sales. So sales 34 lakh. Then we will deduct cost of goods sold. Sir, how to find cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods. Cost of goods sold is cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods. So my opening stock of cost of production is 24 lakh. I am writing in inner column. This is my working. Opening stock of finished goods is 1,50,000. Minus closing stock of finished goods 3,75,000. Tell me what is cost of goods sold? Sir, 24 lakh plus 1,50,000 minus 3,75,000. Sir, it is 21,75,000. No. Opening stock of finished goods is 2,50,000, not 1,50,000. So cost of goods sold will be 22,75,000. cost of goods sold will be 22,75,000. Now we will get gross profit. Now we will get gross profit. Sir, how gross profit is find out? Beta, gross profit is sales minus cost of goods sold, which is cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods. So my gross profit will be 11,25,000. Now we will deduct selling and distribution overhead. So can you tell me what are the selling and distribution overhead in this question? Yes sir. There is a item marketing promotion. Yes. There is also marketing salary. Yes. There is also distribution cost. Yes. There is also customer service cost. Yes. These are the selling and distribution overhead in this question. So put the amount. Marketing promotion, the amount is 1,50,000. Marketing salary, the amount is 2,50,000. Distribution cost, the amount is 1,75,000. Customer service cost, the amount is 2,50,000. The result will be net profit. So guys, tell me the amount. Sir, 3 lakh. So I think you have got the concept of income statement. So we will like to revise the difference between a cost sheet and income statement. So let be a part of discussion. Okay. If question is asking to prepare cost sheet, then we will go through format of a cost sheet. Can you tell me in short what is the format of a cost sheet? Yes sir. Prime cost, add factory overhead, work cost, add office and administrative overhead, cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods, deduct closing stock of finished goods, cost of goods sold, add selling and distribution overhead, cost of sales, add profit, sales. So in cost sheet, the last item is sales, but in income statement, the first item will be sales. Okay. So in income statement, in case of preparing income statement, first we have to prepare a statement of a cost. In the statement of a cost, we have to compute up to cost of production. We have to compute up to cost of production, or you can also compute up to cost of goods sold, because in income statement from sales cost of goods sold will be deducted, the result will be gross profit. So in income statement, the first item will be sales, then we will deduct cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods. The result is gross profit. Then we will deduct selling and distribution overhead. The result will be net profit. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes sir. Can we move to question number 3? Yes sir. We can now move to question number 3. So guys, read question number 3 carefully. This is the very important question for the chapter cost sheet. A fire occurred in the premises, a factory premises on 31st October of a year. The accounting records have been destroyed. Certain accounting records kept in another building reveal the following for the period of 1st September to 31st October. Check carefully. Here the period is September, 1st September to 31st October, yani 2 months. So cost sheet will be prepared for 2 months from 1st September to 31st October. What data are given in question? The data are given in question are direct material purchased, opening stock of WIP, work in process inventory 1st September. The 1st September balance is opening balance. This is the stock of WIP. So it is opening stock of WIP 40,000. Opening stock of raw material 20,000. Finished goods inventory on 1st September, that is opening stock of finished goods 37,750. Indirect manufacturing cost is 40% of a conversion cost. Sir, what is conversion cost? I will explain you regarding conversion cost. Just wait and read the remaining data of question. Sales revenue 7,50,000, indirect labor 2,22,250, prime cost 3,97,750, cost of goods available for sale. Sir, how cost of goods available for sale is find out? Cost of goods available for sale is nothing but it is cost of production plus opening stock of WIP. Cost of production plus opening stock of opening stock of finished goods. Gross margin percentage based on revenue. This is percentage of profit. Percentage based on revenue. Margin percentage based on revenue. Revenue means sales. So when we express profit as a percentage on sales, then it is called as profit percentage. When we express profit as a percentage of a cost, then it is called as markup या cost percentage. So in this question, we have to find out all closing stock. Read the remaining portion of a question. The loss is fully covered by insurance. The insurance company wants to know the historical cost of inventories as a basis for negotiating a settlement. Through the settlement is actually to be based on replacement cost, not historical cost. You are required to compute the following items as on 31st October. Finished goods. Listen carefully. Finished goods on 31st October means closing stock of finished goods. Inventories. Inventory means stock. The finished goods inventory on 31st October is closing stock of finished goods. Work in process inventory on 31st October means closing stock of WIP. Direct material inventory on 31st October is closing stock of raw material. Sir, how will how you will find closing stock of finished goods, closing stock of WIP, closing stock of direct material? Remember that this is finding a missing figure question. So remember the techniques. If some missing figure is to be find out, then the procedure is first prepare cost sheet by writing the amount of item which is given and also the items the amount of which is not given. So we will prepare cost sheet as far as possible and by writing all items of cost sheet. Then from the available information we will try to find out missing figure. So first give the format of cost sheet by writing the amounts of item which is given and also only the amount without item of the items which is of the items the amount of which is not given. So first of all write the format of a cost sheet and put the amount which are available in this question. So we will give the format of a cost sheet. Cost sheet for the period 1st September to 31st October. Cost sheet for the period 1st September to 31st October. Particular amount opening stock of raw material. Can you tell me whether the amount of opening stock of raw material is given or not? Yes sir, it is given in question. What is the amount of opening stock of raw material? Sir, it is 20,000. Okay. Then add purchase of raw material and carriage inwards. Is it given in a question? Answer is yes. Amount is 2,50,000. Less closing stock of raw material. The amount is not given, so I will try to find. Sir, how will you find? Now don't try to find closing stock of raw material. First go up to the end of up to the last point of cost sheet by writing the format and the amount which is available. Left the amount of item which is not given. So the result will be raw material consumed. The amount of raw material consumed now cannot be identified. Now cannot be computed because closing stock of raw material is missing. Add direct wages means direct labor 2,22,250, not 500, 2,22,250. The result will be prime cost. The result will be prime cost. The prime cost amount is given. So 3,97,750. Now closing stock of raw material can be find out by reverse working. Now closing stock of raw material can be find out. Now closing stock of raw material can be find out by reverse working. So 3,97,500 minus 2,25,250. 397,750. Sorry, I am so sorry. 397,750 minus 225,250. The result will be raw material consumed, that is 1,72,500. 1,72,500. Listen carefully. Raw material consumed plus direct wages is prime cost. So prime cost minus direct wages will be raw material consumed. So prime cost minus direct wages will be raw material consumed. Now raw material consumed is 1,72,500. Yes. So by reverse working we can find out closing stock of raw material. Listen carefully. Opening stock of raw material plus purchase minus closing stock is raw material consumed. So raw material consumed minus purchase minus opening stock will be closing stock. I am so sorry. It is 1,75,500. This is 2,22,250. There is a clerical error. Direct wages is 2,22,250, but wrongly I have written it as 2,25,250. So 3,97,750 minus 2,22,250. The result is 1,75,500. Now 1,75,500 minus 20,000 minus 2,50,000. The result is 94,500. Okay, we got closing stock of raw material. Now we are at the point of prime cost. So we will go ahead from prime cost. Add factory overhead. Sir, how factory overhead will be calculated in this question? I am requesting all of you write a notes. Conversion cost. Conversion cost means cost incurred to convert raw material into finished goods. Raw material will be converted into finished goods. For such conversion, the cost will be incurred. The cost that is incurred for such conversion is called as conversion cost. What is the meaning of a conversion cost? Conversion cost means cost incurred to convert raw material into finished goods. It means raw material will go to finished goods. During this process, the cost will be called as conversion cost. Can I ask a question to all of you? Yes, sir. You can ask. Whether raw material is a part of a conversion cost? Answer is yes or no? No. Why? Because raw material will be converted into finished goods. So, the extra cost which will be incurred to convert raw material into finished goods. Raw material will be converted into finished goods. The processing cost will be conversion cost. Consider an example. Suppose I got a cloth for ₹100 and I want to convert the cloth into a t-shirt. What cost will be incurred? Sir, to convert the cloth into t-shirt, we have to expend charges of tailor. Yes or no? Yes. So the charges of tailor will be conversion cost, not the cost of cloth. So now presently we have raw material, but we want to convert it into finished goods. So the processing cost will be conversion cost. So in between the raw material to finished goods, what additional costs are required? Sir, direct wages required? Yes. Direct expenses required? Yes. Factory overhead required? Yes. So conversion cost is the summation or total of direct wages, direct expenses, factory overhead. Are you getting the point? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So right here, prepare the diagram with me. Raw material, present position is raw material. It means we have raw material, we want to go to finished goods. So you have to incur conversion cost. What costs are included under the term of conversion cost? Sorry, direct wages, direct expenses, factory overhead. So also write here conversion cost is equal to direct wages plus direct expenses plus factory overhead. In this question, it is clearly mentioned that indirect manufacturing cost is 40% of conversion cost. Indirect manufacturing cost means factory overhead is 40% of conversion cost. So conversion cost is equal to, we don't know, because we don't know indirect manufacturing cost. So conversion cost is equal to direct wages plus direct expenses plus factory overhead. So let conversion cost is equal to X. Imply that X is equal to direct wages plus direct expenses plus factory overhead. Factory overhead here is called as indirect manufacturing cost. Factory overhead here is called as indirect manufacturing cost. But in this question, there is no direct expenses. Have you marked it? In this question, there is no direct expenses. So X is equal to direct wages plus factory overhead. Imply that X is equal to, what is the amount of a direct wages at 2,22,250? Plus 0.4 X. Sir, why 0.4 X? Because factory overhead is 40% of conversion cost. Because factory overhead is 40% of conversion cost. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes sir. So in my solution, I am taking conversion cost as X. So 40% of X will be 0.4X. Imply that X minus 0.4X is equal to 2,22,250. Imply that 0.6X is equal to 2,22,250. X will be 2,22,250 divided by 0.6. 3,70,417.5. So 3,70,417.5 is my conversion cost. So factory overhead is equal to 370,417.5 into 40%. The result is 148,167. So indirect manufacturing cost is 1,48,167. Indirect manufacturing cost is 1,48,167. Now we will add opening stock of WIP. Now we will add opening stock of WIP. Sir, it is 40,000 less closing stock of WIP. It is not given in question, it is missing, we have to find out it. So the result will be factory cost oblique work cost. Can you tell me further the amount of a factory cost or work cost is given or not? Answer is no. No sir. Factory cost is not given in question. So we will move ahead. Add office and administrative overhead. Can you tell me what is the amount of office and administrative overhead? Sir, it is nil. There is no information regarding office and administrative overhead, so it is nil. The result will be cost of production. Check now whether cost of production amount is given. No. Since amount of cost of production is not given, we can't stop here. We have to move ahead. Now we will add opening stock of finished goods. Now we will add opening stock of finished goods. The amount of opening stock of finished goods is 37,750. 37,750. The result will be cost of goods available for sale. Again check whether cost of goods available for sale is given. The amount of a cost of goods available for sale, yes, it is given 5,55,775. So since one destination is got by us, so we will go reverse to find out all the missing figure up to such destination. Check the procedure. Cost of production plus opening stock of finished goods is cost of goods available for sale, yes or no? So cost of goods available for sale minus opening stock of finished goods will be cost of production. So 5,55,775 minus 37,750. The result is 5,18,025. Result is 5,18,025. So 5,18,025 is my cost of production. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes sir. Since administrative overhead is nil, so factory cost will also 5,18,025. Now closing stock can be find out. Yes or no? Tell me now whether we can find out closing stock. Yes or no? Yes sir. How? From prime cost. So prime cost plus factory overhead plus opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock is equal to factory cost. Tell me what is the amount of a closing WIP? 67 892. Sir, how? 5,18,025 minus 3,97,750 minus 148 167 minus 40,000 67 892. Okay. From cost of goods available for sale, we will deduct closing stock of finished goods, but the amount is not given. The result will be cost of goods sold. Is it given in question? Answer is no. Cost of goods sold is also not given in question. Or selling and distribution overhead. Or selling and distribution overhead. It is nil. Cost of sales plus profit, result will be sell. Sales is 7,50,000. Yes or no? Yes sir. Sales is 7,50,000 and the profit is 30% of sales. So 30% of 7,50,000 will be profit. So profit is 2,25,000. So cost of sales will be 5,25,000. Remember that cost of sales plus profit is equal to sales. So sales is 7 lakh 50. 7 lakh 50 into 30% will be profit. 7 lakh 50 minus profit will be cost of sales. Since selling and distribution overhead nil, cost of goods sold will also 5 lakh 25,000. Cost of goods sold will also 5 lakh 25,000. Now cost of goods available for sale plus closing stock of finished goods is equal to cost of goods sold. The cost of goods sold minus cost of goods available for sale. $30,775 is closing stock of a finished goods. So we had find out all missing figure, that is closing stock of raw material, closing stock of finished goods and closing stock of WIP. So in this class we had studied concept of income statement, concept of conversion cost, how to find out missing figure. So now we are finishing today's class. So this is the end of today's class. The remaining questions will be solved in next class. So for today it is enough. Thank you, tata, bye bye. We will meet on next class. Thank you.